Breaking news, bail has been denied. Diddy is going to remain in jail for quite some time. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I wanted to break this news. We're still live, and we got a lot we're going to be talking about, but I wanted to make sure I got this out for you guys, and we watched it because breaking news, bail has been denied. John, I'm going straight to you because as the attorney here, what does this mean? Verify for me, now that the appeal has lost, and we're going to go through some of the things that were said here in our next video, but I want to break down what this means. Correct me if I'm wrong. Diddy is now potentially never going to step out as a free man again. Is that now a strong possibility?
That is a distinct possibility, absolutely. At this point, he's going to be incarcerated in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn until trial starts. That will probably be 6 months. During the course of the trial, he's going to be escorted back and forth to the MDC every morning and every evening. And if he is convicted on these criminal charges, there are enough of them, and they are serious enough that he might spend the rest of his days in prison. He could well die in prison at this particular point.
So he's facing life, like with the charges that are there beyond at this point, that it could go there. And granted, we got to also point out, right? The judge who just gave this appeal is the judge at his trial. So that's already now a sign of well, this judge isn't feeling good about this case. I mean, that seems a little scary in a way because now he's got almost an impartial part. How is that allowed? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, can't that be a danger to the case? You could say, well, this judge already has a preconceived bias of this case.
No, not necessarily. All of this, as I said, this is based on a different set of rules of procedure. There's a lot of, this is not a formal court proceeding in the way that it would be a formal proceeding if there were witnesses that were being called up and that were being sworn and being subjected to cross-examination and, objections and everything else. This is a relatively informal proceeding. But when we get to the trial, it will be just like any other trial. And I'm very, very confident, very, very sure that this judge is not going to be swayed by anything that's going on here today. And consider the fact also, this was a bench ruling. I'm confident that when it goes to trial, Diddy will elect to have a jury. And so, it will not be the judge making these types of decisions, even if it was still a bench trial. I have every confidence that the judge would be able to put this aside and to make a ruling based on the testimony and the evidence that's presented.
Yeah, so this is crazy. I mean, that's a serious, serious verdict. He's now been through 2 judges. We have a grand indictment right from the grand jury. This is a lot stacked up against him. At what point does Diddy go back to his team and go, or does the lawyer go back to Diddy? I mean, if the lawyer's advising and it's gotten this bad, from what I've seen, at certain points, you just got to sort of give in and be like, Diddy, you know what you did. They clearly got the evidence on you. You're in bad shape. Is there a point where the counsel is going to try to advise him to plead guilty or do something to try to get less? Or we've talked about this earlier, or is Diddy, you think, just in control saying, at this point, I've got nothing left to lose. F it, let's go. I mean, the fact that he's now clearly going to be in jail for a long time, could that change his mind, do you think?
Well, certainly. I mean, anybody who's incarcerated, you're going to give that some serious thought. And I'm sure he was doing that even after the first night when he was arrested. I guess he's been there, 2 or 3 nights at this point. Anyway, he I'm sure has been doing some soul searching while he's been in there. Although his attorney has been going on TV and making the rounds of the talk shows saying, oh, no. He's very confident in his innocence. He's going to fight this till the bitter end. I have confidence that, we're going to be able to defend him from these charges and so on and so forth. But to your other point, I think it's a very relevant line of thought to give to this. I mean, if you think that on one hand your options are, okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jail, I'm going to die in jail, versus, okay, if I do a plea bargain, I'm 50, what is he, 54 now? If I do a plea bargain and the plea bargain involves pleading guilty to crimes that are going to have me locked up for 30 years, well, why would I plead that when it's not that much better a deal than spending the rest of my life in prison? So again, I'm going to fight this tooth and nail and take my chances, because what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
And if I plead, then I don't have any chance at all of getting out, after 10 years, 5 years, maybe no years. It depends.
Yeah, we're going to talk. There's a lot to break down, and our stream today, I'm going to make sure is edited to talk about some of the things we learned in this case. So if you didn't watch that one, please don't go do, because it's really telling some of the stuff that was revealed here. But I want to focus on the verdict here of the losing the appeal, and it was just interesting because we heard a lot from the government side, but literally at one point during the breakthrough, like the judge interrupted to go, "What can we get to the point?" Literally, can we get to the point? Is what happened at a certain point here. Where they were just trying to establish he's trustworthy. And the judge was really hung up, right, Kim, on the fact that the video of Cassie was a huge decision in this as to why he really is a danger. They're trying to play like he's not, but clearly he is. And they tried to excuse the behavior in that video, which I want to save for the next topic, because I think that's a really important one to talk about. But Kim, just overall, clearly now they've proven he's a danger. Now 2 judges, and the judge is going to be in the case as in danger. Is there? What do you think of this? Are you feeling better about the likelihood of Diddy finally and these victims getting their justice? Or are you still worried at all?
I was very impressed today with the judge. They seemed to be very sharp, very quick, and based on the live tweeting that we were watching, definitely hitting back with some of the comments that were being made and the statements, just not having it, absolutely not having it, saying, well, what does this have to do with this? Why is this even relevant? It was very interesting to see him taking a stand and trying to focus on the facts. And the facts are they have a video of him being very dangerous, very, very violent. And when we're talking about whether or not he is a threat to the public, that is relevant. And Diddy's team could do whatever they wanted to deflect from that, but it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, good riddance, I say. I know everyone innocent until proven guilty, but that tape clearly to the judge and so many others not only proved he was guilty of horrific acts, but that how easy he was to lie about it. And seeing this this room attempt to justify it. Sorry, I don't know what just happened with my Zoom. Hold on one second, guys. I'll bring you back in as I wrap this up. It was scary to see how easy the lawyer and Diddy were trying to just play like it was no big deal. Oh, it was consensual. The other person in the room was in on it. Cassie wasn't leaving because of this. It was truly, truly deplorable. So the verdict is in. Request denied. There it is. He will be remaining detained in this outfit. And we will give you more updates as to what is going to happen next. John, I don't see you on the screen now, but oh, there you are. Sorry, I don't know why it's so big. John, he won't be in the same facility, right?
No, he will. He'll still be in Brooklyn.
So through the whole trial, he's in this facility.
Correct. Anybody who has a pending trial or a current trial in Manhattan is housed in this facility in Brooklyn, to the best of my knowledge. I'd be shocked if he went anywhere else.
And we reported on that previously. Check it out over there. Make sure to follow. I don't know what just happened on my Zooms. Follow It's Kim. Follow John Witherspoon on Instagram. And make sure, if you haven't already, whether you're watching live or on the replay, subscribe here. Hit that bell for alerts so you get these notifications, because when it really breaks, I put the video up in addition to while we're on the live. I'm doing it all at the same time. Appreciate your support. Diddygate is not stopping. We will keep you posted.